Hi guys, welcome to AnnieWood. I am your host, Annie Lederman. I am a stand-up comedian, obviously a podcaster, a television personality, a voiceover actress. You have heard me as Cheryl on Grand Theft Auto with JB Smoove. You've seen me on Girl Code, on Chelsea Lately, on Lights Out with David Spade. I was featured in the Comedy Store documentary on Showtime. I've been in movies on Netflix. I've been all over the place, but I am here with you every Thursday. Sharing my world, my AnnieWood with you, AnnieWood, California, baby. And today we have one of my favorite people. This was my first time meeting her in person. I've had a huge internet girl crush on Leah McSweeney. You may know her from the Housewives of New York, but I knew her from some essays she wrote and her amazing book, Chaos Theory. She is so cool. I am a little bit nervous about this episode. I feel a little vulnerable, like I got kind of triggered into some old feelings. But
no. Sorry, guys. I'm training Annie to be more positive with herself, to be more open with herself, and this is what I do with Randy. So I figured it might help her.
Do you have something for me to dry my face? You really squirted it that hard? Who squirts the full squirt? A little spritz.
You're being negative again.
Okay. You just right in my face like that. I've never met a person who just sprays it that hard.
No, be good. Good girl. Be a good girl.
I'm not even married to this guy. I'm going to divorce him. Oh, you sprayed the mic? Oh, cute. You aiming for the mic?
Keep going. See what happens.
But anyway, I had an amazing conversation with Leah. She also has a podcast, The Leah McSweeney Show. It was so fun. See me get all goo-goo and silly around her. I think she's just one of the coolest chicks, and I'm so honored she was on the show. So please enjoy, and, I apologize for Todd. He's a scumbag. Well, I'm not going to be negative again, so you're going to have no reason to do it. You cannot squirt me when I'm not being negative.
I'm not going to squirt you unless you're being negative.
If you squirt me when I'm not negative,
okay,
that's a beatdown.
Okay.
All right. Guys, I had so much fun in Raleigh. I can't believe it. I said never again am I going back to North Carolina. And now I'm literally going back to North Carolina again. I'm setting up more dates. I had so much fun with you guys. I am on the road with a Welcome to AnnieWood tour. Next, you can see me in Baltimore at McGooby's June 2nd and 3rd. I can't wait. I've never thought I would say that, but I completely mean it. I'm so excited to go to Baltimore. We have the same white trash accent with Philadelphia. You're my kindred people. I can't wait to see you.
Loves the crabs.
And the crabs are amazing. Salt Lake City, Utah, Wise Guys Comedy Club. I'm going to be with Josh Potter. That's June 9th and 10th. One of my favorite comedy clubs I've ever been to in my life. One of the first ones I sold out. So let's do it again. Get your tickets fast. I'll be in San Antonio, Texas at LOL Comedy Club, June 23rd and 24th. I'm going to be at the Punchline in Philadelphia. I think it's August 11th that weekend, but I'm not quite sure. The tickets will be up soon. And then I will be in Austin, Texas, October 6th and 7th at the Vulcan Gas Company. And I got a lot of other dates that aren't up here. I'm going to be in San Francisco. I'm going to be in San Jose. I'm going to be in Canada. And yeah, I've just been having a really good time. I'm getting ready to film my hour. So come help me work this out. And maybe you'll get in a crowd work clip and it'll be so fun. And I never say negative things. Guys, enjoy the Leah McSweeney episode. I had a blast doing it. I love her. You're going to love her too. And, it's not my fault that my boyfriend
is what?
is a loser.
Welcome to AnnieWood.
You ready?
Yeah.
Do we sound good? Everyone sounds good?
Everyone sounds good.
Okay.
Amazing.
Oh my God. You guys, I'm so excited. Welcome to AnnieWood. I don't know how to explain. I've loved all my guests, but I have been seeking you out as a guest since before the conception of any of the podcasts I've ever been on. I've been chasing Leah McSweeney before Housewives. Housewives was a weird twist.
Yeah,
I didn't
that
even
was
know
a
it was gonna
plot
happen.
twist that we didn't see coming.
I was a fan of yours from your writing. I'd read an article of yours and then followed you immediately and was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Rose McGowan's a psycho, basically.
Yes, she is.
It was good. Yeah. So Leah's an author, a public speaker now, probably, right? You're going to be doing a little tour or something?
Yeah, let's throw that in there.
Public speaker. Fashion line owner, fashion extravaganza, former juvenile delinquent,
Yes.
mother.
Thank you. New Jew.
Mental health warrior.
Oh, thank you.
Podcaster.
So much better than advocate.
No, advocate's not.
Like, because I'm not an advocate.
Also,
I'm just
no.
like,
no,
I'm trying to get better.
Yes.
Like,
no, you're like breaking out of your mental health.
Yeah.
You just don't even have it anymore. I got to a chapter in a book where I was like, I like what you just said there. But anyway, guys, I read a book. I know this is shocking to everyone. And by read it, she read it into my ear on an audible book. But I did it.
Yay. Thank you.
LD. It's amazing. And I feel very kindred to you.
Yeah.
Especially
Newports.
the Newports. Yes.
Well, now that I know you're from Philly also,
Yes.
it makes perfect sense.
The lifestyle.
Like East Coast, like.
Yeah.
Wait, were you a raver?
I wasn't a raver, but I went to raves.
Okay.
I was sold like Excedrin migraine instead of ecstasy. You were
the
probably
one who was
doing it.
selling you that. Yeah, actually. I sold my birth control once to someone. I sold fake drugs at raves and real drugs. But... Oh my God.
But yeah,
I know I should have taken that birth control.
I know.
Fuck.
Isn't morning after pill just like a whole month of birth control, by the way?
I don't know. I took it like a month ago. Yeah, it me up.
Birth control. It does? It never.
I think it did. Like but I can't tell if it's just my normal depression and anxiety or if it was like Plan B, like fucking my head up.
When I took Plan B, I was always like, this is pretty sweet.
Yeah, you can just like
get a couple days.
Yeah, right. I know. Like, hey, just busted me today too, because I have like 72 hours to go.
The busted me 72, we call it.
God, that's a smart idea. Yeah, to have like, and then you have the extra days, you might as well keep going.
Well, sometimes you just get it ahead of time. I don't know if we're helping or hurting the cause of Plan B.
Who the hell wants to use condoms?
Nobody wants to use them.
No one wants to use them.
They had back in the day, like, I don't know how long ago it was. Definitely before the pandemic, they had these consent condoms. I've been doing a joke about it. And the whole point of them was that you had to put 4 hands on them to open the condoms. But it's like, why would we put another barrier between condoms? Like,
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
Nobody wants to use
it's already annoying to open them.
Of course.
Just,
the act of them are so annoying.
So it takes 4
and they're like,
hands.
look in each other's eyes while you do it. It's like,
that's
maybe that's the birth control where you're like, let's just not bang.
So
this is
weird.
disgusting. Are you serious? Way to go, Todd.
Wow. I need an energy drink. That looks good. I don't really want one, but
that's the only one we have. We like to have, we're an energy drink
What
podcast.
kind of tea are you?
I only drink yogi tea because I can't handle not having a quote. This is called positive energy.
What the f is in
It's
that?
positive energy. You snort half of it and you put the rest in your. No, it's like. Here, you can smell it if you want.
Yeah, let me smell it. It actually smells pretty positive.
Yeah,
I have
it's
to
really
say.
good.
It's
But
like a lemony thing. It's like lemony.
How dark is it to buy a box of tea that says positive energy on it?
Some dark.
Todd was making fun of me for it, but last night he was like, "What are you doing?" I was rustling around trying to find a chamomile tea, and I realized that I had another unopened box of positive energy tea.
I am going to buy a box.
It's
I just
awesome.
want it in my cabinet.
But they have quotes on them, and I'm obsessed with any sort of quote. I always like, the universe gave me
What's
this
that
quote in
one
this
say?
moment. It says, "Your breath fills." Sorry, reading's a challenge.
Your what?
Reading's a challenge. Hold on. Your breath fills you with energy anywhere and anytime you need it.
Oh.
I love breath work myself.
Mm.
Now I'm nervous. I have like a girl crush on you, so I'm like sweating. But this is our first time meeting in person.
Yeah, it is.
And you're in town doing housewife stuff. We have to figure out how that happened.
No. Okay, so I should back up. Sorry, it's not because I'm not a housewife anymore. But it's Housewife E. You know what I mean?
You
Like
did,
I had to
what,
do
2
but I did
seasons?
tell you, yeah, I did 2 seasons.
In and out, baby, perfect.
And then I did Ultimate Girls Trip. And then I was like,
Wait, what was Ultimate Girls Trip?
doing that again. It just finished airing. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. You can watch it on
Did they
Peacock.
just take all of the people that they think
took
are
it
not going to
from-
like each other?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good
And
good
if I was going to
moment.
watch Housewives, it would be because you were on it.
Yeah, it was a good moment for me. But yeah, it's over.
I feel like with Housewives, I'm like, if I start, it's like there's too much. It feels overwhelming.
It's a lot.
We watch a lot of reality
seasons.
TV.
There's what?
We watch like The Challenge, MTV.
Oh, okay.
Real World Road Rules. Do you remember that from back in the day?
Of course. No, and I know it's still going on and people love it.
Good.
But I watch Love After Lockup.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
That's some
the
of the
life
best.
that could have been.
It's the most riveting, right? Exactly. It's the most riveting television I've ever seen.
We watch a lot of like Survivor. And
I'm gonna watch some of that.
it's always good.
I heard it's amazing. I want to watch the season that Mike White is on.
Oh, can you believe it? That's where I'm like, Mike, we're like kindred. There's like a
Mike, we're kindred
thing.
Also somehow, but we are. We're all kindred here.
He's a part of AnnieWood. We should get a Mike White display.
Yes.
Yes, even though the goat does look a little like him. I'm not gonna lie. It's got Mike White features. I know he's like so, and he's like so sought after now. So it's like,
yeah,
you got to just let the universe
he's
get
bisexual, which I think is really interesting.
He's bi?
Yeah, he's come out as bisexual, but it's weird for a man that age to come out and say that. The younger generation, it's nothing for them. They're like, we're bi, we're all bi.
He was gay, right? And did he come out that he likes women, or was he straight?
I think he was whatever, and then he was like, I think he's always just been bi. That's what it says in his Wikipedia.
Do you? We read your Wikipedia.
I don't know.
Did you ever see Chuck and Buck?
No.
Chuck and Buck was a movie he made. I used to watch it in high school. It was Chuck and Buck Suck. It's pretty much just like two guy friends that banged in high school. It's Mike White and
Mike White. He like made it and is in it.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Everyone's first movies are so crazy.
Right.
I think it was his first movie. Did you see Chuck and Buck?
I don't think so. No.
All right, Woody's comment down in the comments if you know what Chuck and Buck Suck means. But that was his best thing. And if you've seen Beau is Afraid, I'm just assuming that you liked Party Girl, the movie. Yeah, obviously.
Of course.
Todd's a little younger, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
Oh, wait, how old's Todd?
Todd is turning 29, the big 29 in May.
Oh my God, I'm dating a younger guy too.
It's the future.
But he's like 6 years younger than me.
Oh, it's nothing.
It's not that much.
But this one's weird. And he's Asian, so you don't crack.
So you're the second. Now, my other friend that I saw today, her husband is 8 years younger than her. We're doing it right.
Older guys.
I can't. Oh, no. I cannot. If you are bald and your gray hair is all gray and white, hell no. I need some youth.
Yeah.
And also my dude, he looks like he's like 26.
Yes.
Like he is 36, but he looks mad young.
Yes.
Like I look old next to him and I'm not even mad at it.
I'm excited at how old I'm going to look next to Todd at some point. Like
right now,
we haven't taken the turn yet.
You guys look like the same. Like I would never think that you were 10 years younger.
But we do look like, at one point, we will look like Marilyn Letourneau and her student.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Oh my God. I was obsessed with that story.
When they got divorced, weren't you so sad? I was like, is love not real? But she died after they got divorced.
I know, but it's also tragic. And I'm sorry, they were really in love.
Yes.
I know he was 11, but
it's
like,
so
how did it manage
it's
to
so
keep?
Bad.
But it's like they kept going.
Because they kept going, there was a justification, even though it was so disgusting.
It was so disgusting and so horrible.
Gross. I was teacher diddled, so it's really bad for me to say that I was a fan of the couple. But
it seemed like true, like Romeo and Juliet shit. Nothing could keep them apart. Nothing.
It was like Romeo and Juliet because they were both like 14 in it, but only one person was 14. Was she like 41 too? She was like an older teacher.
She had like 2 kids. She had
because there's
he was in like 6th grade. That's crazy.
So
that's
disgusting.
pedophilia. That's like he didn't have pubic hair.
All of it's so nasty.
Because if he was 16, it's like okay, they could look older. Like they're
his
like
voice hadn't changed yet.
Right, like 16-year-olds. And my daughter has some of them coming over. They're like 6'2". Like these guys look old.
Yeah,
you can kind of like see if a teacher fucks like a 16-year-old. It makes a little more sense than an 11-year-old. That is straight.
There's definitely a transition.
In the head.
You see the transition. It's usually like junior and senior year when a boy becomes a man. Yeah. Not that it's okay to hook up with a high schooler.
My boyfriend's 36, so I'm good. But
no. I always think about it's like when I started comedy, Todd was like, his favorite color was green. So I started comedy when I was 25. So you were 14.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty disgusting.
Wait, how old were you when 9/11 happened? That always puts it in perspective for me.
That's disgusting.
Oh,
can you believe it? I was in college. I was freshman year, baby.
Shit. That's
Were you
nuts.
in
I was
New
there.
York?
Yeah, I was there.
Oh my God. It was all dusty.
Yeah, I mean, I was on 24th and 8th. I was living on 24th and 8th when it happened, but yeah, it was pretty gross. It was pretty horrible.
It's gross.
Gross.
Guys, 9/11's gross.
It was really gross.
Yeah, I was in Santa Fe, New Mexico, going to my first year of college.
I guess I would have been in college, yeah,
But
but I wasn't in college.
sorry, I'm going to be geeking out this whole episode.
Oh,
It's just weird to see you in person. You're so pretty.
Oh, stop, Annie.
I liked when you got your nose job and you were very open about it.
Yeah, I love that.
You do everything right. It's a very little, you got like a Blake Lively
It's
nose
so
job.
subtle.
She got like a scooch of a nose job.
Like my mom's like, why did you do that? I can't even tell the difference. I'm like, because I can tell the difference.
You're like, I've wanted this my whole life.
Yeah. Yeah.
She researched it. She did it.
And I got my eyes done. That was another good one.
What'd you do?
An upper bleph.
What is that?
It like opened your eyes.
Really?
Oh,
I know.
crazy.
I have.
They cut out like, and like, it was crazy because I made her dig in the garbage and take the flesh out so I could see it. I was like, no, get that flesh
like
out of there.
that,
I want to
yes.
see that. I have a picture
Don't
of it.
just throw me in the trash like that.
Yeah, like I want to see it. And it was just
Did it
like
slither?
there
Does it
were-
become like
was
alive?
It was
like
a little. It was just a
worm?
little. Yeah, it looked like a little worm. And then there was like a pocket of fat that was in here, and she said it was dying to be liberated.
Wow.
Like it was like bing.
She
Like it
just
wanted
popped.
to get out.
Well, we like to watch Dr. Pimple Popper.
Oh
Usually
God! How
around
could
di-
you not?
Usually around dinner for dietary reasons. Stay skinny
It's
if you
also
do that.
in the algorithm on TikTok for me
Oh,
too.
it's really wild.
Whoa.
Yeah, Todd likes to post some pimple popping things and then people unfollow him.
Yeah. Well.
You don't. Yeah. I mean, if they're not, they're not down,
They're
then
not
you don't need
aligned.
fans like that,
Yeah.
right? They're not aligned with what you're interested in.
Todd, you seem nervous too. Are you nervous around Leah? Do you have a little crush?
Oh my God.
You're
You
his
guys are-
type.
you
I
guys
mean, the
are
exact
so
age
funny.
she's into. Look at he's giggling.
Wait, are you bi?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I just have like a person crush on you.
Got
Sorry.
it.
I'm not gonna try to finger you, bitch.
Oh, I don't know.
Relax.
I was like, all right.
Now, okay, so a couple things. You have a new podcast.
I do.
It's called the Leah McSweeney Show.
Yeah, because I couldn't
Okay.
think of anything else to call
I think
it.
that's
But
just the
think
best
it's
way to
fine.
do it. Yeah.
I'd had some other things like I was like, I'm just naming it this.
Yeah.
Kind of out of laziness, to be honest. But
But also, they
Nothing
need to
else
find
was-
you.
yeah, nothing else was like nothing else was hitting for me.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
need to find you. It's just easy that way.
Yeah.
I had this as the Annie Letterman show for a second and then.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, I
But
just like when
AnnieWood is
I.
good.
AnnieWood's the
AnnieWood
best.
is really
because
good.
that's the vibe. It's like, come see all the people we like, all
Yeah.
the people we're friends with, fans with.
Yeah.
Come to us. Okay. I'm like, I was like, I'm going to do a regular interview here. I just can't. I'm too LD. But yeah, no, I wasn't a raver. I have been to raves, but I didn't like dancing. Dancing was embarrassing for me, so I didn't like to go to raves. Are you a great dancer?
When I'm on crystal meth.
I mean, and I never did meth.
What else did you do? Ecstasy?
Jealous, of course.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I never
Angel
did
dust?
meth. I mean, I might have done meth accidentally, thinking.
I'm sure it was
Molly.
in
Yeah.
ecstasy. Like,
But one time I
ecstasy
did
back
Molly and
then?
everything hurt, and I couldn't move.
But Molly, it wasn't Molly back then.
I know somebody did. Oh yeah, it was ecstasy.
It was like that. Who the hell
Yeah.
knows? That shit would have you like rolling like crazy. Like you'd be like, I need to fuck like 10 people right now. I love everybody.
And luckily, there were so many people around there to f you.
Oh my God, it was fucking wild.
Yeah, I went to a juvenile delinquent school, but I never got to go. You've been to rehab so many times. I'm so
I have,
jealous.
yeah.
And did your parents just send you, or you asked to go, or?
It depended on which time. The first time they definitely sent me. I did not want to go. The second time, I can't remember. The third time, I was like, I need to go. And then I went to the therapeutic community. I did not want to go there. They were like, you have to with the nuns.
The nuns.
The nuns, yeah. So I went
Well,
there.
why? How would that work?
My
Who
mom,
did that help?
Exactly. It was
Is your mom Catholic?
extremely.
Okay, and then your dad's Jew.
No.
You just start claiming your Judaism through them?
I converted to Judaism on my own.
I didn't get to that chapter.
Clearly, you missed the entire part of the book.
I'm still in the like.
Oh my God.
You're right now in the book. You're talking about Married to the Mob.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Which
yes,
is
I'm
very
not there
cool.
yet. Yeah.
She designed a shoe with Nike. I mean, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And all when you were in your 20s,
Yeah.
and you had a kid.
I did. I
That's
did a lot
crazy.
in my 20s. It was crazy. Like, I don't even know how it happened.
To have a kid and do all of it too is wild. You still like were able to
Yeah, I did.
follow your dreams.
I was. Yeah,
which is
I
cool
really
because I
was.
feel like my mom, it's like My mom's like just writing a book now. I'm like, I'm sorry, Mom.
Oh, what kind of book? That's
It's
cool.
good though. No, it's awesome.
Oh, good for her.
She wrote a book about a girl growing up in the like mill times and her
So it's fiction.
Yeah, well, but she did all this research. It's just really cute. She did all this stuff, and she has every Tuesday. She has a Zoom where all of her girlfriends from high school and stuff come on and listen to her read chapters of her book.
Oh, she sounds wonderful. Do you guys have a good relationship?
We do now, yeah.
You're lucky. Yeah, my mom and I aren't talking right now.
Really?
Yeah, she said she needs a break from me.
That hurts.
It's mean. She said my podcast was trash.
Oh, because you're talking shit on her now?
No, because I said I eat pussy sometimes.
Oh.
And I suck dick.
It's like
yeah,
what's new about this? Little Kim was your icon.
Exactly. Like Mom, like I had like a child out of wedlock when I was like 24.
So your mom is like Catholic like that?
She's devout. Yeah.
Oh my
really
God.
Devout.
She sent you to the fucking nuns. Nice try,
She
Mom.
sent me to the nuns. Yeah. So that was not my choice. And then lived in a halfway house, which I just had nowhere else to go. So I went there.
What is a halfway house like? Like you're sharing a kitchen, you're in bunk
you
beds?
share everything. The therapeutic community was bunk beds. The halfway house was like a little more like, it wasn't as like, this one was a little, not bougie, but it was like nice. But the therapeutic community was not. That was like bunk beds. That was fucking hardcore. It was insane. The halfway house was just like, it was like 5 beds in a room.
Yeah.
But not bunk beds. It was cool. I had a curfew at like 11.
All girls?
No.
Was it scary being like a hottie in there?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the toothless guys coming for you?
Yeah, no, it was like, I know the women were scarier than the men.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh man, I had some weird shit with the women. Once I woke up and there was one of the women was sitting on my bed and she was like, "Hi, you're so beautiful."
That's
and
me.
I was like,
I'm like, "Hi, Leah. Thanks for coming on my podcast."
And then like one woman was a sex addict and she oh man, she was like going on like Craigslist and like going and meeting guys and like fucking them in bathrooms of bars, like while we were in the halfway house and stuff.
And you're not supposed to have sex when you're in the halfway house?
Definitely not if you're an addict and like you're a sex addict and you're trying to like, and your husband like left you because you like can't stop like sucking strangers' dicks in like glory holes. You know what I mean? Like, and she was a fucking psycho.
A guy's dream. They go into the glory hole and it's a woman in there. They're like, "Oh, I can stay straight." Wow.
Oh my God. Where are do they still exist, glory holes?
Of course. They're just not. They're probably in not the unisex bathrooms. They're in the men's. Have you seen a glory hole recently?
No, I think they're only in like gay bars.
Yeah.
So you have seen one recently?
Oh.
Todd's by.
Maybe at the Abbey or something.
Todd, you buy?
Not by. Straight as an arrow.
He likes lesbian porn. That's how straight he is.
Yeah.
I mean, what guy doesn't like lesbian porn?
That's his
Of
thing.
course.
That's why he's probably having a little fun over there. My little cutie. Yeah, I never went to a halfway house. I never went to rehab. I called my parents once when I had crashed my motor scooter. I was like, my face was all bleeding and my tits were all bleeding.
Thank God you're okay.
I almost died so many times. I called my parents and I was like, I need rehab.
Oh.
And then I called in the morning. My mom's like, you don't need rehab. You need rehab for life. She was trying to get me to go, which was also in your book.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What? Okay, that's a crazy parallel.
Yes, totally. Yeah, I heard
that's
that one.
wild. Yeah, I wouldn't do it,
Yeah,
and
no,
also I would probably more likely do it now because I'm into like
and you'll be able
getting
to get
better
you're not
and
like
help
gonna
and
get
self-help or whatever. I'm into like, self-awareness and shit. But at age 18, like working at Satellite Records and like still like no, like I was like, but they had the guys at Satellite going. They were trying to help people, the owners of the record store, which was cool.
But I have like an ayahuasca shaman who I love.
Oh, got it. Oh, you do
He's
ayahuasca?
my king, yeah.
Oh, tell me about that.
It's so, you would love it. It's so
I can't do it
good.
though because I'm on antidepressants.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't do it when you're on antidepressants.
You're on Lexapro?
Now I'm on Prestique because the
Ooh.
Lexapro stopped working. I know Prestique. It sounds
That's
very
so fancy.
Well, they are smart with their marketing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like that sounds so much better than like Effexor or Cymbalta, like Prestique.
Cymbalta is so bad. The name
I know.
so bad. Yeah, no, I haven't gone on antidepressants since high school, but I do a lot of like.
I want to get off of them, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, what are they doing? Like, what are this? I don't know. Sometimes I'm still depressed and anxious sometimes. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck is this doing?
I have thought I'm totally fine, which is so crazy because Todd and I was like filling out a form. I got a ketamine sponsor.
Oh, yeah.
No, like a Like they're
What, to do-
sponsoring my fucking podcast.
Oh, they're doing. Oh, cool. No, I've heard great things
Fucking
about.
the coolest thing in the world.
I've heard great things about the ketamine
like
drip.
in that sense, I am a raver.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like I'm sober unless it's Special K. But I had to fill out this form for it, and it was asking me like, do you have anxiety like every once in a while, most days, every day? I'm like, Dad, what do you think I have? And everything was just every day, every day, every day, every day. I didn't realize I just have been so anxious forever.
I know. I think it's something we just all like live with. It's like just the crux of like at least for me, it's like the crux of my existence. And I every day have to figure out how I'm like, it's annoying as fuck. I'm like, can I just be happy that I'm alive and live my goddamn life and not have to be anxious about shit?
And think about our lives compared to a lot of other people's lives.
Exactly.
It's like,
I have nothing to worry about.
And what you want to do as a kid, like where you are, like how impressed you would be. It's just,
what the fuck?
There's no other avenue. I know.
Be okay sometimes.
But then I'm just like, that's got to be my. I can't believe you.
What?
You made yourself a Jew is so funny. I cannot wait to get to that part.
Yeah, I did my mikvah and everything. Like
You
I
did?
studied. Of course, you have to study. You have to do a whole thing. It's not like
speak.
I don't speak Hebrew. I mean, some of the prayers.
I was going to say Yiddish.
Or yeah, whatever. But I know some of the prayers, of course. But
I'm like quarter Jew, but I had nothing
from your
about
mother's
it.
side or your father's side.
Don't judge me, bitch.
I'm not.
I'm more Jewish than you.
You are, but not really according to the rabbi. Depending on who.
That's true.
Yeah, depending on who it is.
No, it was my dad, and then
oh, your dad.
Every 23 and me were a little more Jewish.
Interesting.
So, and everybody thinks I look Jewish, which I'm like, okay, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Ashkenazi.
You could be a Russian. You could be Russian.
Yeah,
too.
people speak Russian to me a lot.
Yeah.
Usually when they're in distress, they come up to me and I'm like, I have no clue what you're saying. I'm so sorry. Someone else. Now, is your mom pissed you became Jewish?
Yeah, of course.
Was it at her that you did this?
No, but people have said that.
Yeah.
I mean, was it deep down somewhere? I don't know. No, honestly, I think growing up in New York, I was very influenced by Jewish people and Jewish friends and Jewish business partners. And there was rabbis around me a lot during.
Jewish landlords.
The Jewish Illuminati. No. So like, I was just influenced by them. And it was a calling.
You went to a lot of bat mitzvahs as a kid, I'm sure.
Not as many as you would think, actually, only a few, but my best friend was Jewish.
Yeah.
So that was like
Jew envy.
I had Jew envy.
I had Jew envy. We grew up in a Cheltenham, which was like really Jewish neighborhood. All my friends had bat mitzvahs.
Yeah.
When we were 13, I have a twin brother. When we were 13, my mom was like, okay, you can have like a big party. And everyone made fun of us. Like, stop trying to pretend you're Jewish, having a big party for your 13th birthday.
Funny.
We're like, sorry.
So you didn't have a sweet 16. You had a 13.
We had a sweet 13, just trying so hard to like have our moment. And we have big noses too. It's like, and we are a little Jewish.
Well, you're Jewish, but you
I have
a
a
big
button nose for the family.
What?
I have the button nose of the family.
Got it.
I have the little one. But Max has a honker. Timmy has a nose job. My older brother's a nose job. A deviated septum.
Yeah, me too.
But I have a deviated septum. Maybe I'll do it. But I want to keep.
My surgeon said that my fucking nostril was so fucking damaged and fucked up that's why it took 4 hours or something. You've never seen anything like it.
It never occurs to me that it's drug abuse that did it. Why is that never?
But it's weird because it was one nostril, not the other. I guess I was like doing a lot of drugs on my left nostril.
Well, because this is your good side, so you were like,
let me fuck up. No, this is my good side. My left.
So you were like,
so I was like,
yeah, I think I'd chew most on my bad side. There's no bad side, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right.
It's just in our heads. And when you really look at pictures, you
Yeah.
deeply have pictures of yourself. I like something you said in your book about how when you're doing all this work on yourself, it sometimes can be narcissistic.
Totally.
But I want to stop that shit because who told us not to take care of ourselves?
No, we do have to. It almost for me gets to a certain point though where I'm like, for instance, I was in my head this morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm like, just what was me? I woke up at 5 a.m. I'm fucking jet lagged. I'm anxious. I don't know what's next for me. I'm this and that. And then like someone hit me up that was like going through some real shit. And I was like, oh, whoa, I need to like call this person back and talk to them. And I was like, oh, like, whoa, like my shit is like You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. Your life sucks so bad. Mine's
yeah,
really
like, thanks for
good.
making me feel better. Bye.
I gotta go. Oh my God, I have to journal about this. Thank you.
But like, you know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
You get so wrapped up in your own shit.
Todd listens to me spin all day long.
Every day, all day.
That's kind of what boyfriends' jobs are. And that's like what I told my guy who's like a new dude. I'm like yesterday I called him like crying hysterically. And then I was like, I need to cry more. I need to FaceTime you again. And I'm like,
I want you to see how it's like filler. I want you to see how cute I look when I cry.
No, and I'm like, this is like what it is. Like you wanted me to be your girlfriend and
this is going to be what, you can't fake it.
You want this pussy. Like this is what you have. This is the trade-off.
Yes. You must listen to me cry.
Yeah.
Hopefully not
and
during.
Spiral. But during sex?
Well, sometimes it happens.
No, oh my God.
It happens a lot, actually.
Yeah, it actually does for me too.
It's really hard at the beginning when you're like, first.
Okay, I'm so happy.
I'm so sorry I'm connecting so deeply with you. I'm
so happy you're saying this. Why am I crying after sex?
I get like thrown into like
another
outer space,
place, right? And then you come back and you're like,
yeah.
But what is it? Am I like crying because I love him, or am I crying because
maybe it's the release, the Kundalini energy,
right? It's like releasing energy. Like I don't know. I think it's scaring him a little.
Of course.
Did it scare you, Todd?
No, not really.
Well, Todd's a cry boy. Well, Todd was like wanted to be my husband from day one.
Wait,
I was like, get out of my life.
Who said I love you first?
He did, and I was so scared. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God. How many?
Well, did I ever tell you that I talked to a psychic? I don't think I ever told him this.
Oh my God. This is
okay,
so
when we first started dating, it was like he was basement Todd. He was 25. I was like, what? I'm 35 years old. I'm like 36 at that point. My eggs are dry. I'm like, what am I gonna do with this fucking kid? And I was dating older guys always.
Yeah.
And they were nightmares. I mean, they were, and no offense to you guys. God bless, shalom. You're traumatized. Your mom's loved you too much to love you not enough. Do you have a business manager?
I have some people who I think were actually telling me to spend too much money.
Oh, I like that though.
Yeah. I was like, can I afford this?
You're like, I'm Jewish now.
Piece of
You're speaking to the Catholic, the old Catholic. That's my dead religion.
They were telling me to buy, like, I was like, can I spend this on a vacation? It's like, yeah, just don't do it more than once a year. Can I buy this artwork? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Can I afford this apartment? Yeah, you're good. You're good. Like, you're good. And then it's like, well, I think I'm making less money this year. How the hell am I going to do this? Like, you were supposed to be telling me to invest that shit.
I know my business manager doesn't like do investing stuff. I'm like, that is all I want. I want help with that.
Yeah.
But it is funny that every time I spend money, it just goes to this guy's phone.
Oh,
there's just someone just seeing me. And it's like a late night thing usually.
Does he tell you? Is he like, come on? Like,
one time his assistant tried to say something to me once and I was like, I'm so sorry. If anyone's talking to me, it's going to be your boss.
What were you buying that they were like?
He was mad. I froze my eggs. He was like mad at me. He was like,
that's expensive. It was so expensive. That's a very important thing to do.
It was ridiculous.
When did you do that?
I did that, 2 years ago, a year ago?
Last year, I think.
Oh, okay. Wait. So when did you guys say I love you?
Okay, so we started dating right before the pandemic.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. Like we had a friend. His friend that was working with him, this guy Mike Schmidt, came to me and I would always go to him with advice and stuff because he was like a drunk. Yeah, when he was wasted, he would just like
speak
tell the truth.
Oh, I love that.
But he like loved me. He's so mean to other people. But then he'd come to me and he'd be like, I'd be like, oh, like, one of these older guys. I'd be like, oh, he's just like being so weird. He introduced me to all of his friends and then told me he doesn't want anything serious. And I'm like, who does something? He goes, and he's like drinking. He's like, another man that can't handle a beautiful, talented woman with such bright light as yourself. Like he would say stuff like that. And I'm like, I love this man.
Oh
so he once goes, he was like, I wish that you were either 10 years younger or Todd was 10 years older because you guys would be perfect for each other. And I was like, Todd?
Basement
Todd? What are you talking about as a kid? He's a child. And then we just started hanging out. I just started to see him in a different light. And then we both really liked the show Survivor. So then that's how he got over to my house. I was like, let's watch Survivor. Remember I got you a cupcake and you're like, I don't like cupcakes. I must never talk to you again. I got him a cupcake, like a really good cupcake.
That's so sweet.
And he's like, I don't like cupcakes. And
men say dumb shit sometimes, right?
I was like, get out of my house.
I didn't say I didn't like cupcakes. I just like took like a couple bites and she was like, why didn't you eat the cupcake? So
well,
what am I gonna say?
But you know what's good
I'm
about
just
that?
so full.
You were probably afraid you were gonna have to take a shit in my house, which you did. He took a shit right away.
That day?
Yeah, he couldn't hold it.
Wait, what? The first time you hung out?
It's like shit just
my
happened.
God.
What are you gonna
Wait, I can't right
I had one
now.
bathroom. It was just like
wait,
Small apartment.
and there's
Wait,
just no way
I'm
you can
sorry.
like play it off.
This
like,
is like really crazy. I need to know about this.
like maybe you could have been like, I left something in the car and like run to Jones or
Wait,
something.
so you go over to her house for the first time ever.
Ever.
And
I'm like older
and did
than
you
him. I'm
make
his
dinner
type.
or something? Like a big
No,
meal?
I think
You didn't
I
take a
brought-
shit before you went there?
I
What time was
brought-
it
I brought
at?
cookies.
I brought cookies too. We make cookies.
To
Do you,
bake.
do you have IBS?
Yes,
no,
he
there's a
does.
thing
No, you do
where
have
I
IBS.
eat as soon as I eat something, I like have to use the bathroom. It's
IBS.
weird.
Well, why did you eat
No.
anything then? Because
I
you were just like, she
wanna
might
have,
as
like,
well
a
know,
cookie.
right? And she might as well
Yeah.
know she's gonna have to be dealing with this.
Well, he brought over like Toll House like cookie sheet things to bake cookies. And I don't know
Oh,
why. I
that's
was like,
cute.
is this what you do with girls? Like I got so mad. I was like, this is just what you do. How many girls have you done this with? I don't know why I was like so
yeah, you're
mad
like,
about
is this
it.
his game?
I was
Like, this is his baking
cool,
cookies.
Great. This
Like,
fucking 25-year-old bringing his cookies over, not eating my cupcakes. And then he came over a couple times and never made a move. It was so annoying. I was like, because the older guy that I had hooked up with was like, basically would say to me, like, I want to be the girl. You have to be the boy. I'm like,
wait, what?
I don't want to be the boy. Be the girl.
Be the boy. He
I'm
wanted
the
you
boy
to,
outside.
He wanted you to peg him?
No, maybe, honestly, maybe.
Yeah.
But he just like wanted status wise and he wanted me to like be fawning for him and him.
Well, we would hang out. Me and
He
Annie
was
would
so
hang
annoying.
out before we started dating and everything. And she would always be like, "Oh, I hate when people I work with or people at my job try to like make moves on me and like have sex with me."
Oh my God.
So here I am.
you're like, what am I going to do?
Yeah, what am I gonna do? And then
The
so
fact
that,
you thought you worked with me when you were in the basement is like so crazy.
Well, I work at the comedy. I'd see you every
Yeah, I guess
day.
that's
If I'm gonna
true.
make a move and then see you
It
every
would have been
day.
so
Right, that's
awkward.
true.
If we broke up, it would have been crazy at the comedy store. It would have been insane. Sorry that you came on my podcast and I just talked for
No,
20
I'm-
minutes straight.
No, I like hearing about this. No, I like hearing about this because I haven't been in a relationship so long and it's like really weird. So it's like good to hear other people's like stories because I'm like, how does this work again? I don't know what's happening.
Well, it was weird to have someone just like commit. Like he had just decided he was committed to it before I was even. I was like, well, this kid's crazy.
That's so sweet and also very confident and like that's very
that's
like
what's so
manly.
good about him. His ego is not attached to anything outside of himself. So
That's good.
it's very
And
good.
where are you from?
Jersey.
Oh, that's right. You're from Jersey. We
He's
talked
from
about that.
the cancer cluster. Cancer cluster. Heroin capital
Heroin
of New
capital.
Jersey.
Yeah.
Where did you meet this guy?
AA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is he new?
To AA or to
Are you 13 stepping him?
No, he's not new.
Okay.
Yeah, he has more time than me. Yeah. No, he's 13 stepping.
He has more time than you?
Mm-hmm.
This round?
This round.
Okay. Not fully.
Not fully. No,
like,
no.
oh God, he's one of those kids that quit when he
Yeah,
was like
no,
really
no,
little.
no. I can't really.
I feel so bad for the
Me-
people that quit when they're like 15.
Me too. I'm like, guys, just go back and do it again.
Make some like truly bad life choices.
Yeah, it's very hard for me to hear. I don't really relate to people who are like, get sober at 17. Good for them. But I'm like, are you actually an
I'm
addict?
like, yeah,
Like,
what, you don't want to even just
how
kind of
did you, like,
see how bad it can get?
I know. Like, you're not that committed.
Yeah, I did my 90 and 90 and then I stopped going to the program, but I did it all in Brooklyn and in Manhattan.
For what?
What did I go for?
Yeah.
For alcohol.
Really?
Yeah, I stopped drinking when I was 25. Yeah, I used to work at Life Cafe in the East Village.
Wait, hold on. This is crazy.
Yeah,
You don't drink.
no.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, I quit drinking. I know. Because I listen to I don't have a book for you to listen to.
Right. So how would I know that, right?
Yeah. No, I quit drinking when I was 25. I did my 90 and 90. And then.
Wait, what? Like, I guess I was not. So you were living
you
in
might
the
have
city.
been there. Well, I was
wasn't-
living in Brooklyn, but I was working at.
Yeah, but the city, you were living in New York.
Yeah.
But, so when you were 25, I was 26.
Yeah.
And then I got sober at 27.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was still
out. I broke up with AA at a meeting when
interesting.
I was getting my 3-month coin.
You did the 90-90 and then you were done. And then you haven't drank since. So who cares, right?
A little ketamine, but.
Do you do the ketamine stuff too?
Yeah.
But do you do it like
Like a raver, baby girl.
you do it like a raver? Okay, not with like a
yeah.
right. Got it.
Yeah,
no, I know
like-
a lot of people are doing ketamine again. It's really wild.
It's so weird because I do remember it like fondly as a high schooler.
Same.
I mean, I do remember the time though. I did think it was Coke, and oh boy, did I take too much.
Oh wow, K-hole.
Yes, It was the year 2000. It was the turning of the century. New Year's in Manayunk.
I was at a rave in New Year's 2000, and I was definitely like in a K-hole for sure.
I wonder if we did. I feel like we
probably
maybe crossed paths.
Yeah, I think we did.
Did you ever live in the East Village?
Yeah, I lived on 6th Street and 1st Avenue.
What years?
2000, 2002.
Do you know Rex? The guy with the dogs? Okay.
No. I only lived in the East Village for like a few months.
And where do you live now?
Financial District.
Okay. Do you like it?
I love it. I've been living down there forever.
That's your spot.
It is. I don't know why. It's just something like, it's kind of Gotham-esque. Like I like the architecture. I like the, for some reason, the apartments, all the buildings are old offices converted into apartments. So
awesome.
The ceilings are very high.
Yes.
So I like that. Because some of the ceilings in New York, it's just, I can't do low ceilings.
I only lived in trash places, so broke in New York. But I always figured out when I lived there, I always knew how to get everything I wanted for cheap though.
That's good.
I always knew how to get like massages. It was slave labor.
It really is. I mean, because some of them are so, on Canal Street, some of the places are so cheap that I'm like, this isn't okay. Like, how are you massaging me for an hour for $30? Like,
I was getting a
this does not add
massage.
up.
I was getting like a $20 hour-long massage from this woman. And the government came in to interview her to make sure she knew all of like the American. They were like, all right, what year was America founded?
Because for
how
like
many
her
colors
green
are in
card
the
or
flag?
something?
Yeah,
What?
for her green card.
Oh my
During it, and I was
God.
listening to it, and I could not answer any of the questions. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
She
able
knows
to
so much
either.
more than I don't know how many colors are in the flag. What are you talking about?
Jesus.
Yeah, the questions meant nothing. It was very weird.
Holy shit.
But yeah, we were supposed to go back to New York, but I get these like cluster headaches, so I couldn't go back. I had to cancel my trip.
What
But
are
I never
cluster
know.
headache? What are cluster headaches?
They're just this weird karmic hell. I don't know why I get them. I started getting them when I was like 27.
Damn.
Every other year I just get them. There's just a month and a half where I'm just having debilitating, crazy, like brain zap
Have you
headaches,
done like
neurology, all
everything?
That, yeah.
Wow.
But mushrooms was
That's
like the thing I
spooky.
tried this time. And I was just tripping and crying and holding my head.
So nothing helps it.
Nothing really helps it.
The
Like you can
ketamine
get an
doesn't
oxygen.
help?
No, I can't do ketamine on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, who knows? But I like to think all the body keeps score stuff. Maybe it's some sort of
fucking who knows
release
what's still
of
I don't
something.
know, right?
But yeah, Whitney.
I want to read that book
Mhm.
because it's real. That shit
Yeah.
is so real. Like, and I feel a lot of this. Like, sometimes I'm not mentally like I'll just feel everything
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah. Well, it's also like, why do I always like carry pain in a specific spot?
Right.
And then I always think of like, this is supposed to be your masculine side. This is your feminine side. So I'm always like, Dad,
Interesting.
the fuck why are my cluster headaches on my dad's side?
Oh, interesting. So this is the dad side. That's the mom side.
I mean, to me, that's what I made out. This is dad. This is dad, right? His
wow.
dad left his mom.
Never thought.
Whenever I'm
about
on
that.
ayahuasca, I go like think of my dad on this side, and then I go think of my mom on this side.
Damn.
Like,
How many
wrong
times
side.
have you done ayahuasca?
8 times. It's like been 4 weekends, but 8 times.
Wow. Out of the country or in the country or both?
Well, some weird places.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some odd places. I just found this shaman. He actually was sitting in the audience at the Comedy Store once. And there was this weird vibe. I just couldn't.
And Todd, is this something you guys do to? Sorry, I'm like interviewing you guys.
That's
So
okay.
you don't, right? Okay, so you don't really partake in that. You just support her in her journey.
No, yeah, I don't really feel like I need to shit my pants or throw up or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't want to do any of that either.
Yeah. It's not like about that. It doesn't feel, you're like purging.
Yeah, you're
so it
purging
feels-
everything.
It's
right?
always after a very emotional release. And then it doesn't feel bad. Like I'll always sit up and be like, all right, it's time to be brave and purge this out.
Wow. Sounds
It's
so
really
intense.
cool.
I feel like I've like been, I know it's not the same because I was not like doing drugs in it, but maybe I was doing drugs in a therapeutic way as a teenager and I didn't really know it. And I did always feel spiritual. Like as a teenager, I always like believed in God and felt connected to something.
Mhm.
But like when I would do like hallucinogenics or even Special K and Angel Dust or whatever, I went to other places.
Yeah.
You know?
Is Angel Dust wet? We
Yeah.
dipped him. Yeah. I used to smoke wet.
Yeah.
It's Philly
But I would
trash.
never, I would
way of saying
always,
it.
I would smoke dippies, like dip
Yeah.
it in the, I definitely, yay.
Guys.
My daughter does not, thank God
Truly.
that my child is like,
Not into drugs.
not this shit. I mean, weed, you know, she was smoking pot, but then she said it gave her panic attacks. Thank God. So I was like, thank you.
And isn't
So
it good that she, through you, has learned to listen to her body?
Yeah, for sure.
And to know, because I probably wouldn't. I mean, I was so into it was all, was I looking cool?
Right.
It was all about outside approval.
Totally, for me too. No, she's getting to watch her have a normal, I'll put that in air quotes because what the fuck is a normal adolescence, especially in New York City, but like getting to watch her like not hate herself like as a teenager is really satisfying.
I know. I think there's a lot of downfall. Like it's a lot of stress on kids now, obviously from the pandemic and from the fucking school shootings. Yeah. My niece was like,
and social media. Oh,
and social media. Yeah.
They're like, no, when my daughter was in like fucking first grade and shit, they had crazy drills and it was all about school shooting. They had to hide under desks. I'm like, this is traumatic. Like it's just really to have to do the drill is traumatic.
It's insane.
Little babies having to go under the desk and like lock a door and like, what the hell?
And imagine what it would be like
if it was actually they actually had to do it.
They're going through it. You're going to feel exactly what it is.
Of course.
Yeah. So scary.
Yeah.
With all that stuff and with social media. But there is also the parents have done a lot more work on themselves, I think, generationally.
Totally.
And I think there's so much more you can get stuff easier.
We're raising our kids so different. Like between like the boomer parents and like Gen X parents, millennial parents, like millennial, which I'm a millennial, you know.
I know we're just barely those millennials.
We're geriatric millennials. We're zennials. We're like, we're clinging to it. I do think that it's just a way different kind of.
Gen Z, do you see me though? Wearing my dad's shoes. You don't know about that. Your grandpa's shoes. Look, I don't want to out other podcasts, but I believe that we may be the only podcast that really use all of the products that we're given. We love our sponsors. They're so good. This is one of my new favorite ones. I put 2 sheets in today. Okay, Maria did, but I told her to, and she loved using this. She didn't get sticky fingers at all. This is one of my favorite new products. It's called Earth Breeze. They're biodegradable laundry detergent sheets. You're going to think, look, you're going to go dryer sheet. I thought we're getting sponsored by dryer sheets. Okay.
No. It's a detergent sheet. It's solid detergent, guys. That's the product.
Look at this.
That's what we're selling.
Look at how amazing this is.
Look at that
Look
thing.
at it. This is detergent.
It's white as the driven snow.
Look, and it will keep your sheets white. Look. Guys, this product is one of my favorite things because I didn't even know how annoying laundry detergent was until I didn't have to deal with it.
The goo.
The goo's
mess.
everywhere.
It gets all over the
cup
place.
always has like a little residue on the bottom, just like this nasty, disgusting, thick thing.
Layer.
Like little flies getting stuck in there. It's so nasty. Randy's getting it all over him. Randy's blowing bubbles of detergent everywhere.
He's running around stomping detergent all over.
It's not safe. It's not safe. It's not safe for him.
Oh my God, that's disgusting. I hate that.
It's so disgusting. But this, look, it looks like paper. It could be my set list.
And not only that, but 91% of laundry detergent containers end up in landfills and oceans.
Look, I take mushrooms. I do not agree with messing up the oceans.
It's terrible.
I could write my jokes on here. This would be the first time my set list will go through the wash where it actually cleans the laundry rather than putting little pieces of paper on all of our linens.
You know, switching to Earth Breeze Eco Sheets get your clothes clean while helping the planet. They look like dryer sheets, but they're actually a solid detergent that dissolves 100% in the wash cycle. That's what I'm talking about. This is the future. This is what being an American is.
Look, pretend you're the laundry.
Okay, I'm opening up the laundry. Hey, how you doing? I'm looking in. Hey, what?
Look!
Right
I just threw a paper airplane of detergent. Have you ever done that with your detergent? I'm done with Tide. Okay, let's just say I've untied my bond with Tide. I've cut the cord with Tide. We're done. We broke up. We're over. I have a new boyfriend, and it's a Earth Breeze dryer looking sheets, but they're not dryer sheets, are they, Dad?
They're not.
They're
dryer
detergent.
Sheets. You put it in the wash.
They're eco sheets.
And here's what I love, guys. There's no measuring, no mess, no heavy plastic jugs. The packaging is lightweight.
There's no heavy plastic jugs. There's no heavy jugs at all in AnnieWood. No. There's no jugs.
No. And the packaging is lightweight, biodegradable, and totally plastic free. This is what I'm talking about.
Do you have sensitive skin? Do you have sensitive skin?
I don't. Or yes, I do.
No problem. Earth Breeze Eco Sheets are hypoallergenic and dermatologist tested.
I love that. I love that.
We love that. Most importantly, you still get a powerful clean. I used it today. I put one sheet on the bottom, one sheet on the top of the large load. It's like a sandwich. It's so good. The stuff comes out smelling so clean, so fresh.
It seeps through the tops, it seeps through the bottom, and it makes a trifecta of cleaningness and just freshness for the whole family to love and enjoy.
Most importantly, you still get a powerful clean. Earth Breeze is tough on stains, fights odors, and your clothes come out clean every time. Try it out with their risk-free 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it, Earth Breeze will give you a full refund, no questions asked, and no returns necessary. Switch from the old-fashioned goo to something new, baby. Right now, my listeners can subscribe to Earth Breeze and save 40%. Go to earthbreeze.com/Annie to get started. That's earthbreeze.com/Annie for 40% off. We use this. We love it. You will too.
Earthbreeze.com/Annie. I love that.
Look at my shirt.
What does it say?
It's a command. You do it.
Ask me about my butthole. What the heck?
Let me tell you something about my hole, okay? I have a whole new look on life.
Guys, let me tell you something about this product that we are advertising. I use this product 3 times a day, every single day. At the very least.
At least he's cheating on me with this thing. Let me tell you. Ask me about my butthole. My butthole used to be, if I'm being completely honest, I think I can bare my soul here. Guys, I had dingleberries, okay?
She had dingleberries, she had dingle bongles, she had dingle dangles.
It was like a Christmas song. It was like let's just say there were
little lights streaming from her hole.
Let's just say there were some ornaments on the tree back there, okay? But not anymore because
I'm going to be straight with you. The thing that really needs a spring cleaning this year is
your butthole. If you're not using a bidet, you're doing it wrong. Hello Tushy gets your butt twice as clean as wiping and saves you up to 80% on toilet paper. And listen, we spent a lot of our money on toilet paper.
Listen,
we were going broke.
I hate going to the grocery store. I hate getting that big package of toilet paper. Like,
paparazzi's taking pictures of
this? It's annoying. It's a pain in the rear end. And what if another pandemic happens? What if there's a toilet paper shortage again? We're safe. We have a bidet.
We have a bidet, guys, and that will save. Listen, bidets save the day. And let me just tell you, Todd has been using it on the vaginal setting.
No. I use it on the regular setting.
He's been using it on the front hole setting.
Hello Tushy has a setting thing where you could go to a little front or a little back. What I like to do is blast that thing, and then I flick it front and back, front and back, front and back. It's kind of like a sprinkler system on my hole, if you will.
Todd has a very long, straight hole.
I have a long, straight hole. I like to get the front and back. I like to get the whole crack cleaned.
He cleans his crack.
The messes that I make is astronomical.
It's unbelievable, but they're gone now, okay? I used to have to just, oh my God, I'd have to put my goggles on there.
It was a mess.
I felt like I was spelunking, you know?
It was like a mess, but now it's the best.
It's the best. It's amazing. We love Tushy. We manifested this. Now, we have one bidet, Tushy, if you want to send another one. We have one bidet, but we have 2 bathrooms, okay? So we're always calling shotgun on the bidet. I go shoddy on the bidet, okay? And then the other bathroom has a squatty potty, but nobody cares. We don't even call shoddy on the squatty because everybody wants the bidet.
Everyone wants the bidet. Here's the thing. You come home after a hard night at the Benihana, after a tough night.
Benihana, you're going to wanna get a Tushy.
That's what I'm saying. And the Hello Tushy bidet costs under $100.
It's under $100, guys, for your butthole.
And it fits your existing toilet already, so there's no need to get a new toilet. There's no electricity and additional plumbing needed.
Todd put it together. Listen, Todd put it together so fast that I'll tell you, it wasn't just the Tushy getting me wet. Okay.
Ooh, I had my plumber's crack out. She loved it.
I go, oh my God, did you spray it over here? Because I am about to slip.
And it pays for itself in just a few months. That's the best part because you're not spending all that extra money.
Expensive toilet paper.
You're not spending all that extra money on the toilet paper.
Oh my god, the toilet paper's so pricey these days.
And when I use toilet paper, I use the toilet paper. Let's just say that I use handfuls.
It's gone.
Bushels.
He's leaving me.
I use it all.
He's leaving me just the tube. I gotta wipe myself with the tube. I did it today.
The tube, the lube.
I was in the non-tushy bathroom and I had to wipe myself. Listen, I had to look myself in the mirror. I have a mirror across, so when I'm wiping myself, I can look at myself in the eye. I had to look myself in the mirror.
She said, "What am I doing?"
I wiped with the.
You said, "What am I doing?"
I wiped with the little thing in the, what is it called? Toilet paper, the inside thing.
The roll.
The roll. I wiped with the roll. Todd's over there just squirting himself. And by the way, sometimes I come in, Todd's legs aren't even touching the toilet. He has no skin to skin contact. He is just levitating.
I'm lifted off of the toilet. I have to keep myself straight because I'm like spinning around on top of the bidet. It's amazing. It's so strong. So stop touching your own poo and spreading it everything you touch.
Oh my god, he was finger painting with me before.
It was a real mess. The light switch had doo-doo all over it. It was not what I agreed to. So try Hello Tushy with a 60-day risk-free guarantee and a 12-month warranty. What are you wasting?
Well, you're not returning it, okay? There's no way you're returning this. There's no way you're getting your money back. You're going to be so happy with this. This has brought so much joy to our lives. A couple fights.
A couple, arguments of who wants to use the Tushy first. That's a fight that I always win, if you know what I mean.
He does. He's the man. I defer he wins. I always support my man. With over 100,000 5-star reviews, see why millions of people already love Hello Tushy and be a part of taking care of your business the cleaner way. Do not be disgusting. Go to hellotushy.com/Annie and use promo code Annie to get 10% off plus free shipping on your first bidet order. That's hellotushy.com/Annie for 10% off. Do not screw this up. You've got to get it.
That is very it's very in though, right? I feel like I'm dressed like such a wannabe Gen Zer, but I know my daughter's influencing me. I can't help it. It's like, I want to wear baggy pants. I wore them when I was 15. I want to wear them again.
I'm so happy. I've been doing a joke.
Jeans are out.
I've been doing a joke about this because I feel like I dress the age that I was molested at, so I'm like 15 forever. And
oh my God, I was raped at 15.
Oh my God.
No wonder why.
I'm so sad you skipped your book. I'm texting her. I'm like, I love your book. I'm like, I haven't gotten to
the rape is going in the second book. I had to save some things, can't
true.
Put it all in there.
I was like, you dear. I feel like there's no in this. But now that it's the style that I was clinging to already is now readily available everywhere.
It's back in.
It's in. I'm seeing all these girls walking around. I'm like, Kindred. They're like, get away from me, old lady. It's so fun. You have a kid, at least you have a reason to be around them. I'm just like, you guys look so cute.
No, but sometimes I open her door. I'm like, what's up, guys? And she's like, Mom, and no, her friends like me though, Are you allowed
to say guys?
What do you mean? Like say what's up, guys? No, they're not like that. They don't care. No. They're like very much like we're girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not like.
It's so weird that gender's kind of.
No, it's not. I mean, gender's still a thing. People can pretend like it's not, but it is.
A commercial I keep thinking of, the Amazon commercial where the girl's like looking at her mustache. Have you seen that commercial? She's like looking at her mustache. She's like, what should I do? She's like playing with the wax and like looking at tweezers. And then she's like, I'm just going to rock it. And she just gets like a Weird Al jacket and just goes into school. And I'm like, is this what, for some reason in my head, I'm like, is this what school is like?
But it's not, it's not real. I mean, it's just, this doesn't like, what is that? Like, that's like 0.002% of people, of women would say, I'm going to grow a mustache.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just like this Dylan.
And they all live in Santa Fe, New Mexico.
The Dylan Mulvaney thing with the Bud Light stuff. Also, like, people are just giving it too much energy. So what? Bud Light hired a trans or non-binary. I don't even know what he or she identifies as. I'm not even sure. But like,
you missed the they.
People, is it a they? I
don't know, but you missed it.
I don't know. I don't know what they identify as. But I'm like, people are so angry about it. It's so dumb. I'm like, just get over it. It's just beer. Who cares? Let's move on. We have other things to focus on. It's all distraction.
It is all distraction.
Fucking distraction.
And also, it's just like,
And I see these
What you want to
kids.
do? What you want to do?
Also, it's
It's
not
my
like people are
problem.
like, we're raising this generation and they don't think genders. No, they do, because it's inherent. It's biological. It's ingrained in us. It's evolution, and people can. And I'm sure there are obviously some people who feel like they're neither gender or they're a different gender than they were born as. And that's very real. But the majority, I see it. Like, and my daughter has obviously like trans friends, like, bisexual, gay, whatever. But like, for the most part, like, the boys are boys and the girls are girls. And that's just the way it is, you know?
I just assume all kids are bi and then they make a choice later in life. I
think a lot of people are bi.
It is cool to have it be more open, like where it's not more of like a shameful thing that you can experiment with. And not that I feel like there was that. I mean, but I wasn't gay, so I don't know what the experience of being kids
I mean,
was.
I like a year ago or something when I was really like not meeting anyone and I was just like hadn't had sex in like over a year, and I was like, maybe I'm gay and didn't know it, and also didn't feel like I could explore it because of my upbringing or because of society or whatever, and maybe I'm gay and I don't even know it. And then I like was like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
You know?
No, it is.
I'm like, no, I'm not.
I had a girl I was friends with, and a gay girl I was friends with in a little bit after college, and she would be like, are you sure you're not, like, you never even thought about it? And I was like, no. And she was like, doesn't that make you think that maybe you're gay, that you never thought about it? And I was like, but it did get in my head. I was like, maybe is it like internalized like homophobia that I never even thought about being gay? And then I like hooked up with her and she fingered me, and I was like, I just don't.
You're like, you weren't into it.
I just didn't. It just didn't feel like sexual to me. It didn't feel. It was like,
I'm bi, but only like sexually, like not relationship wise. Like, I don't really want to date a woman, but like
that's what the Housewives did to you.
Yes.
I gotta watch it. Do you recommend me watching the whole series or just your seasons?
I mean,
as your friend.
I mean, no. I mean, it's entertaining. Like,
are you happy with the edit and stuff?
I'm I think that, like, look, season 12, I was very, very well received. I was very popular. People were saying I was the best first season housewife ever. That was wonderful. But I was also blackout drunk and dealing with a relapse. And it was weird to be celebrated in a way where I was like so drunk. But I think that was entertaining. I think people did like me for other reasons. Then season 13 was like just a bad season all around. But I was struggling in a lot of ways that season, and everyone like turned against me in such a horrible like way.
Welcome back, girl.
Right, exactly.
You've been here before.
Exactly. And then the Ultimate Girls Trip, whatever, they edited out like some shit that I thought should have stayed in there, but that's just it. Like, what are you gonna do?
Like a growth thing, like a thing that was like a good storyline, you think?
No, me dragging one of the bitches. They should have really kept it in, but they were giving her an edit where like I brought up stuff that like would have made her really look bad.
Yeah.
And they didn't want to do that to her, I think.
And you're like,
And so they left it out.
You're like, is it because I'm Jewish?
It is, right? It definitely is. You saw that Sarah David.
Like, we're so persecuted as Jews. Did you do it like right when it was like getting the anti-Semitism was going back?
Yeah, kind of, but like, but it just so happened, you know. And I was like, damn,
you're like, our people.
Yeah, I mean, people were like, why
protesting?
People were like, why are you doing this now? I'm like, it just so happened that like I started a year ago and I'm finishing now, and you know, but whatever. I also like wrote an article for a Jewish publication too that was like exposing the anti-Semitism within the Women's March, which I did before I converted.
I'm like getting chills. Everything you did during Me Too, during the woman stuff was so good.
Thank you. And you know what's funny is when I got on Housewives, people tried to, like, the Daily Beast tried to like
pull it up
and be like, she said anti-Me Too stuff. It's like, it's not anti-Me Too.
It's not anti-Me Too.
It's just
you don't even know what Me Too is.
You don't even know what Me Too is. It's insane. And then like this guy, like a Bravo like podcaster person who's like pretty popular. Like I went on his podcast and he brought it up and I'm like, did you read the article? And he's like, no. I'm like, then I can't talk to you about this.
Yeah.
But like, it's one of the proudest things. I'm proud of that shit.
Was it the one in the Jewish Journal or the Jewish?
Oh, for the Women's March one?
Was it the one?
The tablet. It's called
the
Tablet. Tablet, yeah.
What happened with the Penthouse one? Did people find that one?
That's the one I'm talking about. No, people tried dragging that one up.
I love that article.
But also then Meghan McCain was on Watch What Happens Live, and was like, oh, Leah helped prep me for my Women's
Oh,
March
so then-
interview because she wrote the article, which is true. I
Right.
did. But like, I was also like, that's kind of private.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But I didn't have a problem that she said that. But then she said, and I wrote for her husband's website, which isn't true.
Right.
And people were like, you know, but I'm like, so what? Even if I did write for the Federalist, read what it says first
Yeah.
and then judge off of
Nobody
what
will
I
ever
wrote.
do
But
that.
I didn't write
That's-
for her husband's thing. But I mean, I have no problem with Meghan McCain, whatever. But yeah, but you know, it's like, I don't know. People just can't think with nuance or.
I mean, you did also have a podcast that I loved that was called Me Neither.
But
which was
you know what? I
awesome.
will say that I think that everything we spoke about on that podcast, it was like also very nuanced. There was nothing offensive,
Mm-mm.
but the name was. And I
Yeah.
actually regret the name. And it
Yeah.
wasn't my idea. And I really didn't want to do that name.
Right.
But my partner wanted it. And I was like, I feel like no one will hear what the message because they're too offended by the
It
fucking
seems like
name.
angrier than it is too,
right,
yeah.
exactly. So I regretted that. And whatever. But nothing that I said on it I regret.
Yeah.
But of course people tried bringing that up too. And it's just like, you know, I want to lean into that more now.
Yeah,
Like
it was so real. It was just so like rereading the article
Yeah, what is
yesterday.
like the breakdown of the article for the
That shit was dope.
listeners?
Okay, let me just break down where I was. Okay, so when Trump got elected and when I first was aware of the Me Too movement,
yeah.
then learning that it was started way before and had nothing to do with me, it was really not my thing. But I was because I was sexually assaulted by my teacher in high school. I took
my
him to
God.
court. Everyone called me a liar.
Wow.
It was like not a lot of support from my parents. They're still really weird about it. Love you guys, forgive you, but
Whoa.
it's very weird, you know? And so that was like really intense. And I just felt like no support, but very proud of myself for doing it and for
Yeah.
doing the right thing. And so when that came out, when Trump got elected and all that stuff, I just was like I was so raw, like everything
Yeah.
just was like exposed. And I went to the Women's March in DC and everything, and I wore the pussy hat. I'm so embarrassed.
Oh my God.
I mean,
that
I'm
is
like
that,
actually so fucking
no,
embarrassed by
that
that.
is embarrassing.
No,
a
it's
little.
really, it's
Yeah.
like whatever Republican came up with that pussy hat
Yeah,
and
they did
snuck
that.
it in.
They did that.
Is
They
a
did-
genius.
they did
And I
that
would
to
love
make
you to
us all
market
look-
AnnieWood, okay? Because you're a genius. It's like, I mean, that
It was
hat
probably someone
it
on
was probably the
Trump's.
same person that made the Make America Great hats.
Right.
I mean, it was the most humiliating thing to be wearing a vagina hat.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You know, there's a lot of nuance to
and
it.
a lot of
That's
it's
it.
like people pleasing. Like I learned to be a
Yes,
people pleaser as a kid.
exactly.
So many of the guys that I
Exactly.
banged, they didn't force me into it. They didn't do anything. They didn't
Same.
coerce me.
And I
even.
regret like 75% of the sex I have. I wish I
all
could
of them
take it back.
baton.
Disgusting.
All of them baton.
Aww.
All of them.
I got talked into sex a bazillion
Yes.
times.
Blue balls, hello.
Right.
We were the OG blue balls era.
Yeah,
Do you know
right.
how many blue
Yeah,
balls
you're
worked
not-
on me every
Yeah.
fucking time too? I was like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, he's gonna have blue balls. Oh my God.
I hurt you? Oh. Okay. I'm like, my dad's picking me up. My face is all sticky. I'm like, he didn't even say he liked me.
Oh my God.
But so your article came at a time where I had been completely alienated by all these girls for like just being like, I started to get upset because when the Louis article came out, it's my community. It's all comics, right?
Yeah.
And so we also know what comedy festivals are like. It's not
Yeah.
a job. It's not work.
Right.
You're hanging out and getting fucked up and
Yeah.
people are hooking up with each other or not. It was just partying. It's
Yeah.
fun. And so it's like, I just felt like we kind of knew. But so when I first, one of my first big like career milestones in comedy was I got into the Montreal Comedy Festival. And that the process is basically they're just like auditioning people, and you as a new comic you get into the new faces of comedy, and it's like you're coming out to the industry like this is someone to watch basically.
Right. That's
so everybody
exciting.
wants it, and I got it really early. I got it like 2 years in, but I also quit drinking and immediately started doing open mics the amount of times I was drinking. I put all my drinking
Wow.
energy into
Into
comedy.
that, yeah.
And I was like, it was the first thing I ever liked doing. It was building my self-esteem. Like I just never.
Which is also kind of amazing because a lot of people probably feel like, oh, I need to be kind of drunk to get up there and do
Yeah.
it. But you did the opposite.
But I'm
which
lucky
is
that I
cool.
quit right after my first open mic. I got wasted and went home with some fucking really unfunny guy. And I
Some,
was
like,
like,
loser.
can't have this thing I want really bad if I do this.
Yeah. Smart.
So anyway, I'm lucky in that I was able to like really like push myself. But so I earned it. I got into that festival. I earned it. There was nothing like shady going on. One of my girlfriends at the time didn't get into it and spread a rumor that I f***ed the booker to get into it. And
What?
people believed it, Leah. I didn't find out for 2
Wow.
years. In a roast battle, someone made some joke and I go, why would you say that? And they're like, didn't you bang? I'm like, this guy's like a guy with a fedora. It was like crazy. I'm like, are you kidding
That's
me?
so f***ed up.
It's so f***ed up, right?
What a f***ing bitch.
So that girl that started
that's
that
worse
rumor.
than, I'm sorry, that's worse than jerking off in front of someone.
I think so. Career-wise, right? Because you're sabotaging
in
my career.
general, period.
And she put
It's
a stain on my career forever in some
in
people's
terms
eyes.
of your character and your integrity,
Mhm.
that is so much worse than being a pervert and saying to someone your own age, can I jerk off in front of you?
Yeah.
That is 100 times worse.
I agree. But it was like, so that same girl that spread those rumors, she, and I
hate
forgive her
her.
because how sad
hate
is
her.
that? How sad is that though?
I don't forgive her.
Yeah, I don't really forgive her either, but I forgive her for
I want to
myself.
beat her up. Just kidding.
She's got kids and cankles now. She's fine. But so she was like going crazy on Twitter about the Louis thing. Like, how could he do this to these girls? But I go, so in this made up scenario about me, in this made up scenario about I'm the perpetrator because I went and f***ed this guy. I used my sexual powers to get in. But now they sitting there and
Are
having
victims.
agreeing to the sexual exchange with him, they're the victims of him. And I said that to my roommate. All of her friends blocked me. I mean, I was already moving out. Stopped talking to me, mean girled me, like completely. Then she told everyone that I said, you can't be a feminist unless you're, which I didn't say, but
also,
I think a true feminist.
But not no.
It's not
like, not no. Like,
but so your article came out during then. It was a Penthouse article. It was right after Anthony Bourdain had committed suicide. R.I.P. Tony. We miss you.
R.I.P. Yeah.
We're so sorry. So sad it was you. What a bummer.
What a bummer.
But you wrote an article about, because Rose McGowan was triggering me so much. Like all of her stuff. I was just like, something is up with this situation.
Yeah, and Asia.
And anyway,
Argento,
yes.
Yeah.
So you wrote an article about that. Do you want to summarize it because it's your article?
Yeah, sure. So it's I mean, I haven't read that article in a really long time.
So good.
But I read it a few days ago because I sent it to the guy.
Yes.
The new guy. And I'm like, you should probably know that I wrote this. Just this is big part of who I am.
Great,
like
yeah.
it was like a turning point, you know? So it was in 2018 when Bourdain had, which is crazy because I thought it was actually like longer than that. But anyway, so when Anthony Bourdain, I just realized that Asia Argento, well, first of all, there were photos of her that came out that paparazzi had taken of her cheating on Bourdain the day before he died.
Right
so
before,
and also I made it very clear in the article, I've treated guys like shit. I've cheated on them. I've done it all. And if any of them would have, it would be on them.
Yes.
So I'm not putting it on this girl.
Of course.
Okay?
No, you were really fair about that.
Right.
Yes.
But he was married legally still to his wife, who he has a child with, who was very quiet about it, wouldn't put out a public statement. This woman, Asia Argento, which you would think if it had been me, I'd be like, oh my God, I literally I'm guilty. Like I would feel guilty. Like I'd feel horrible, you know, like, damn, I fucked this dude. I played with him. I played with his heart and he was broken.
Right.
And she was like gloating in this.
Yes.
Like she was gloating. She was posting weird shit on her Instagram story that said like staying alive. Like, and then she had Rose McGowan put out a statement for her,
like
which
speaking
was like
for her, which
speaking
is insane.
for her, which
like
was,
this is such an important voice that needs to be heard. That even though I can't do it right now, we're gonna get this bitch.
We're gonna get Rose McGowan
going crazy, public, literally having a nervous breakdown in front of all of us. We're gonna get this girl.
Yeah, and she was like, Asia's been a victim of, you know, this, and now she's a victim of and she's the strongest person I know, and blah blah blah, and you know, and the wife still wouldn't. Octavia wouldn't come out and say anything. And then an Instagram popped up called Justice for Tony that was like exposing Asia, being like she was treating him so badly. She knew he was fragile. She knew he was broken. She like abused him like financially and all these other ways. And Anthony Bourdain's wife was following that Instagram account, you know? And it kind of just breaks down using these women, Rose and Asia both, I felt like we're using this shield of being a victim to hide their wrongdoings,
Yes.
which is like the way that they were behaving
Yep.
in the light of this man's death and using his death to continue
to get attention
press and attention.
yes.
And people, oh my God, people like when that article came out, man. Yeah, I was like definitely like.
I was like, thank.
Some people were,
God. It was just like, oh my God, like
some people were very happy, but some people weren't.
You like whisper, you had to find the people you could talk like real with. Like, can we just talk real about this?
I just couldn't, something was driving me. I was like, I need to do this. Like, I need to do this. I'm following the story like obsessively. I'm following these Instagram accounts. I'm watching what she's doing. Like, this is weird. Like, I need to talk about this. And I just knew I had to do it. It was just something I had to do. And people were trying to get me fired from Penthouse. I had like, Mira Sorvino and one of the Arquettes. I don't know, not Patricia Arquette, but not him. No, but the other Rosanna, I think her name is. They were harassing me.
Wow. And that sucks. It's like you're ruining Romeo and Michelle's.
Yeah.
You're ruining that for me.
She ruined it for me. She was in my Instagram comments, like bothering me. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? And people were harassing me. They like made a website about me that was like horrible. And like, it was really intense. And then they got all these actors to like, the thing is like, it just kept, then like Rose and Asia had a falling out. That was very public. After the article, they had a very...
Then remember the story that came out afterwards?
Then the New York Times reported that Asia Argento, this was 2 weeks later, that Asia Argento had, and it was because he was below the age of consent in California. In California, it's 17 or 18, not 16.
You got that, comedians?
And Anthony Bourdain had paid this young man off, which Asia Argento had known him since he was like 3 years old, which is pretty gross.
Yes,
that's kind of disgusting. He paid him off like $350,000. So imagine how Anthony Bourdain felt when he was he was helping her hide this secret.
Right.
She was gung ho, me too, even though she was kind of like legally, and then she cheats on him
right in front of everyone.
After he's like having her back
and put his whole reputation
on the line, right? Yep. So that came out, and then some people apologized to me. And I don't know. Someone put it in my wiki. It's in my wiki that I wrote the article, which I thought is like hilarious that someone put it in there. But I was like, great, thank you.
Yeah, it just was like the timing. It's like
it was a crazy
time.
It
felt like such a time capsule for me though, just to like go back because it was like you just really
walking on eggshells, and of course no one was reporting because Asia was in the Me Too movement, and they were scared to really dig or report or say that she did cheat on him. Not that it makes it her fault.
Of course, but
imagine. But I think that like if a man had done it to a woman and been mentally, emotionally abusive to a woman so much that she killed herself, I feel like we kind of would blame him, right?
Me too. But I've also been on the other end where I've been called a liar when I'm telling the truth. So it's like,
yes, I know.
It's such a like case by case and stuff. But the fact that we had to blanketly just go, this is the gender. And I'm like, this gender has hurt me a lot too, by the way. Yeah. I'm like, men have hurt me and women have hurt me. Yes. So it's like, I can't just pick a gender, but it seemed like everybody was like getting like retweets, Oh
my God, I know.
Oh my God, they're getting tweeted all over the place.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh my God, did Patton Oswalt retweet your
Wait, who?
Patton Oswalt, he's a comic.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Sorry.
That's okay. Oh my God, you see what just got reposted? You're like, oh my God.
Yeah,
but
like,
I'd always be like, girls were like, should I get bangs or was that it's like that. Just like going back and then,
I know, going back and
people are going back and just saying, it's like, no.
Like that was well, then I've been actually more than once.
I don't know that it's ever been consensual, to be honest. Sorry, Tom.
Actually, but because they changed the definition, and look, obviously there's always like the pendulum. The issue is this though. We live in a society where, and it's probably like this all over the world, but women are hypersexualized. We're a commodity. Our pussies are a commodity. It's always been like that, right? It's like, I don't know. How do things change? And it's not like, the other thing is this, it's like, no, we shouldn't have to change. Men should change. And it's like, well, I don't tell my daughter, like, go ahead and like wear a like mini skirt with no underwear or whatever. Because don't worry, the guys shouldn't be doing anything or like go get blackout drunk at a party with strangers and don't worry what'll happen to you. Hell no. I'm going to be like, and that's not victim blaming. That's me being like, protect yourself, please.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, I totally agree with that because it's like everyone has to change. It's like, it's like you can't be. What was the analogy? It's like you're blaming like.
It's like thinking people will stop murdering.
Yeah.
Or something. Like we're humans. Like shit's happening.
Yeah, it's like me putting my hand in boiling water and being like, it shouldn't burn me.
Right.
Like I didn't want or
like,
whatever.
Of course, and also like it's illegal, right? It's looked down upon. It's a horrible thing. No one thinks it's like good. Yeah. But it's gonna keep happening.
Yes. I know, and it's so hard. It's like the issue is obviously like how to prosecute it, and there's just not like a comfortable place to come forward with it. Because like coming forward with it was really way more traumatizing than the actual act of it, honestly.
I can't even imagine, honestly.
But I would say that in my like group of girls, like I'd be like, yeah, but the issue is like we need to, and they'd be like, all right, you do it. I'm like, I already sat in court. Like I've already done, you do it, bitch. Like, you just want to complain about the guy kissing your, but also I'm like sounding so mad. You're fine. You're fine, girl.
I like wish I had whatever. Did anything happen? Did he get in trouble?
He got 3. It was so bad. It was barely anything. And then my parents signed some deal. I don't know what it is, but my parents wanted it to
Good
be
for you
over.
for like fucking.
I tried though. He got like, I think it was like a night in jail and like 3 years probation. Yeah, it was like nothing. And then he like couldn't teach for a little bit.
What subject was it?
He was my art teacher.
Wow. I thought you were going to say science for some reason.
Because I got Jackson Pollock. Splattered. We have a artist friend in common. Todd James. Todd James is my boy.
He's great.
He's the best. Did you grow up with him?
No, I became friendly with him later in life when I was like pregnant. Like his wife was like pregnant around the same time, and our significant others, whatever, her husband and my boyfriend at the time, that were friends. So that's kind of
James.
But he's Dana.
What's your
oh, sorry, Rob.
Rob, sorry, Rob. I
know,
I've listened all day. I forgot it wrong. Rob. I was like trying to be cocky, like I knew it. I'm like James. Rob. James. It's just Todd James.
That's why you're thinking that. Exactly. James.
I love Todd. I have one of his pieces in my house.
Yeah, he's great.
He's so good.
Yeah, I just was texting. I told him I was coming here. Oh, he said to say hi.
I love him. He's the best. Check his stuff out. If you're cool enough, get some of it.
If you're rich enough.
If you're rich enough. Or just be friends with him and you can
get that
I know, I can't believe it when I get stuff. I'm like, we framed it. I had it like I had it in like a thing for so long.
I mean, his stuff is really like he's done very well. You know, he's really popping.
I know, and it's always I like every new.
His work's amazing.
Everything he does.
Yeah, it's so good.
Beautiful. Yeah, he was saying that you had it like in the background once for something, and it was a whole.
Oh, it was a whole thing.
Because I always wanted to have it in
then they wouldn't sign off, and it was like then they had to blur it, and it was...
That's so funny. They're like, what is this like Nazi propaganda behind it? The hell does this lady have behind her? What is he blurred? It's like child. What she have up there?
It's a Mein Kampf poster.
It's like where it happened in the Asian community too, where it's like they were getting so like everyone was like like making fun of them forever.
So much fun.
And
of them.
It seemed fine, you know. And then all of a sudden they're like, wait, this actually fucking sucks.
Yeah.
This is so annoying.
Everyone was so mean to Asian people.
I started dating Todd during Stop Asian Hate. Rose McGowan, did you do that? Have you done that? Rose?
Oh my God.
But so I think with like that, because we were talking about the scene in Walk Hard, right? Was it in Walk Hard where they had just like he goes to meet with like the Hollywood agents and they're just like Hasidic Jews.
They're all Hasidic Jews,
which doesn't even make sense. Like Hasids like aren't agents.
Oh, Hasids. I'm sorry, I didn't know that's
whatever Hasidics, whatever.
Yeah, no,
Hasidim, like you know, Hasid. Yeah, I know. It's like New York shit. I don't know. Yeah, just.
It was like a parody movie, so it was like
that makes sense. So they were making them extra Jewish because they were agents in Hollywood.
It's always been like a joke that everyone in Hollywood, and it's. I mean, but honestly, every Jewish holiday is.
A lot of people in Hollywood are Jewish because they had to go and make their own.
Yes, they made their own thing
because no one wanted them in any other business.
And they made something pretty cool. I always know it's a Jewish holiday when I call my agents, and it goes straight to voicemail. Another thing that happened it was another women's movement thing. When Black Lives Matter started really like popping, I would see some swings to bring it back to white women's problems.
Really?
I was seeing that online a lot, and I was going, because it's uncomfortable to address the Black Lives Matter thing. That was a hard.
And so what were white women like?
It was like in my community, all of a sudden there was like a new, like one time, like about like how hard it is to be a woman in comedy. And I was going like,
oh God,
you're just uncomfortable having to post about something outside of yourself. It's hard.
So weird.
But I saw you going through the protests and stuff.
Yeah.
That was cool. Yeah.
I didn't post the black square. I refused to do that.
Came up with the best black square post.
I heard that a white person came up with that shit.
Of course.
And actually they were.
It took away from
when I heard that it took away from, it was a very important voting day that day. And like no one even knew because everyone was like, I gotta post this black square so people know I'm an ally.
I came up with the best joke for it. But it was too late. I should have reposted Rachel Dolezal's black square. That would have been the best one.
Did she post a black square?
Of course.
Yeah, she had to have, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she didn't though.
I think she did.
I don't know. We're gonna have to.
She's still black. She's still presenting black.
Yeah, I know she is.
I'm kind of like, all right, girl, good for you or not.
She's committed.
And she was like doing a lot of good work for them. I kind of
felt bad for her watching that
then
documentary.
You see her kids, I felt bad for her, but then her kids were like, Mom, please stop.
Yeah, because of course.
Kids were like, Mom, oh my God, this is so embarrassing.
Kids, those poor kids. But like, damn, her family was like all, I don't know.
I know, but the performative stuff, it's so weird. It's like,
it's so weird.
You don't want to not do it in the way of being like, I'm against supporting a cause, but you don't want to do it because there's like a social gun to your head to do this weird cringe
I know. It makes
thing.
it so, that's the thing. It's like hard to tell what's like not, what's performative and what's not when like everyone feels like they have to say something or they have to do something. And it's like, isn't it more important? It's like, oh yeah, use your platform, but isn't it also more important like how you're acting like in private?
Yeah.
Right?
I
so
know.
It's like,
but also
I don't know. It's
the black square, just like,
like, how is that? What?
Oh, so weird. And then the International Women's Day thing where they would do the black and white picture. Do you remember that one?
No. Oh, wait. I do
but
remember that.
It was supposed to be, I think it was for.
I do remember that now.
The lineage of it was something like that was actually like a really good cause. It was like for women in the Middle East or something.
Oh,
and then it was
right.
And then girls just started posting selfies of themselves.
Oh my God, you're right. Yes, I forgot about that.
I did one where I made myself black and white because I always like to make jokes of those ones. I made myself black and white and I gave myself a lazy eye. And then in the back, I was in my car. In the back, I just had two women like girl fighting and just yanking each other's hair out and stuff. Oh my God,
that's a good one.
Happy International.
That's so good.
It's just so funny how it all gets like hijacked, and so it all
does get hijacked, and it's because of social media.
Yeah,
that's why. Like we can't have anything that's like pure or like we don't know if anything's real anymore.
I know, but the thing is, we also have to roll with what's happening.
Yeah, we have to. It's not like we can't know. We can't like be like we're stopping social media. But it is what it is. And listen, when we're like 60. Probably we'll be like, holy shit. Like that shit fucked us up so bad. And we have to, I think we're going to have regulations on social media and stuff, but it's not going to be for a while because we're not going to see the really bad repercussions for a while and do like a serious, like kind of like sociological, like, I don't know, survey or whatever, like, you know, research into like what it's done to us as a society.
It's so hard to imagine it not being here. Like, how do you even like imagine what would, I mean, I guess you could just see what.
Well, you could think about what it was like before. It was better.
It was so fun.
It was so much fun.
I quit drinking like right before iPhones came out. So I was always having flip phones that broke. Like I was always having like 2 pieces of phone when I would wake up.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, if I was drinking during iPhone time.
During Instagram time? Are you fucking kidding me?
Instagram and Twitter.
Whew.
Here's how much Twitter changed in what I thought it was. I signed up for Twitter one year. It was September 11th of a year. Like I just had a September 11th joke I had to get out so bad.
Yeah.
But I was like, I've got to sign up. Like, can you imagine now? It's like you're like, oh my God. You're like going through like, did I ever say like on September 11th? It was like a memory. It was like a memory.
Would you not do a September 11th joke now? I feel like there's nothing you wouldn't joke about.
Now I feel that way, but I think that I've evolved through. I think the pandemic was good for me on that because I think before the pandemic, I was very like, I really like was like, oh,
yeah,
like
me
Rogan
too.
and but not just Rogan, but just like anyone like every side. I was just like, oh, I want everyone to like me and I want to be like well received and stuff. And I think the pandemic really helped me be like stronger in myself and I can take like whatever, but I don't want to cause problems for myself too. So there's certain things that I won't.
Of course.
Like,
yeah.
like it's not,
you don't need
Twitter's
to
not
do.
a place for jokes anymore. It's a place where
Right.
people like get mad. So I just
That's
don't
it.
do that.
It's a fucking swamp.
I
It's
just
just
don't even
a
really hang in it.
cesspool of bullshit. I have a burner account and I just like lurk sometimes,
yeah.
but I don't like post anything.
My whole Twitter for some reason is just like it's trans people
Mhm.
and then anti-trans people. And it's such a
Interesting.
mind fuck. It's wild to see. It's
Yeah,
just the
that's a-
opposite. I'm like, oh my God. But there's so much stuff off camera I can tell you that's so fun.
Well, we're at hour 40.
Oh wow.
So.
I feel like, do we not cover it? I mean, I'm
No, we had
excited
a great
to do.
conversation, right?
I just
that was
love
good.
it. I think you're such a badass. I'm so
I
glad
think
we're the
you're
same
badass.
age too. It's so cool.
I know, and we're both dating younger guys.
younger guys. One of us has a daughter. One has 4 frozen male embryos.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they're all boys.
Oh my god.
Isn't that crazy?
That comes from the
egg?
You know, I'm trying to remember where the gender comes from. The woman, I feel like the woman's
could
side.
be.
I have to look.
I got a
that
lot
up.
of brothers, a lot of boys in my
Interesting.
life.
Okay, well that
yeah.
would make sense.
And then, but so does Todd.
Yeah.
But all of his brothers have girls.
Oh wow, you guys are really like.
Yeah, no, we love each other. No, we have a ring that Todd got.
When are you
together.
gonna implant these?
I don't know.
Yeah, how many are you gonna do? Are you gonna try to have
I
twins
have
or something?
no clue.
That'd be good to knock 2 out at once.
I can't even like
Yeah,
think
that's
about
not
having a kid. I liked reading your book, listening to your book, and I like it is nice to meet women. One of my best friends is Bonnie McFarlane. I don't know if you know her. She's like a queen. You will love her.
Okay, that sounds
She's
familiar.
a comic. She lives in New York. She lives in Jersey, but she performs in New York, and she has a 15-year-old daughter.
Oh, cool.
And it's really, and she's just got an amazing career and stuff. So it's good to see those, you know, where it's not like this either or thing that is kind of presented.
First of all, you'll be pregnant. You'll work that into your fucking. You're gonna have
Yeah.
so much more material.
I know, look at
Are
Ali
you kidding
Wong.
me?
Was she ever not
Look
pregnant?
oh my god, like that. Her amazing. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna have so much material, even
Yeah.
as a mom and everything, and then you're gonna have a whole new audience of people because you're gonna be. Yeah, it'll be great.
And
It'll
I
be good for business.
I feel grateful that I have done a lot of work on myself. I really
Yep.
have worked on my anger. And I think that would have really hurt my kids because
Oh my
my dad
God.
was so angry
I mean, my daughter's definitely had to deal with some shit with me.
Yeah.
For sure.
going through it, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
I mean, it
good,
is.
right?
TikTok can fix it.
It is what it is. You know, she'll.
Todd's always like, everyone's just upset with their parents still. Everything.
I mean, you know, it's like no one's coming out unscathed. You
Yeah.
know, like no matter how great of a parent you
how
are.
long have you not been talking to your mommy?
Probably like 2 weeks, which is a lot for us. Usually
Yeah.
we talk like 10 times a day. It's really weird.
Why is she doing this?
She needs a break. We're in 2 different worlds. We're in 2 different worlds.
What's your mom's name?
Bunny.
Bunny?
Mm-hmm. Or Bernadette.
That is so cute.
Bunny. Yeah, Bunny.
You can't not talk to a woman named Bunny. Your daughter needs you.
Yeah, Mom, I'm sad.
She loves you. She's doing
honestly,
great, and her podcast is amazing, and it's growing, and she's figuring out what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I was like crying earlier today. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I haven't like talked to my mom. This is like horrible. She hates me.
I
Like,
didn't talk to my mom after, but then she saw the movie Pieces of April. Did you ever see that movie
No.
with Katie Holmes?
No.
Send that to your mom.
Okay.
Like,
Is it
Mom,
like
watch
does
this
the
movie.
daughter die or
It's just
something, or
about
what?
like a misunderstood daughter that's just trying to make her mom like happy, and it never works out.
All I've wanted my whole life was to have a functional, good relationship with my mom.
Yeah,
Where she's like, you're amazing.
yeah,
I'm proud of you. I
Yeah.
love you. That's
yeah.
all I want. I'm
Do
40.
you-
I'm still trying to
But
get that.
I felt like in your book you.
I know things were better when I wrote that book.
No, but I also felt like in your book you took like a lot of on in it.
Yeah,
where
and
you
I
were
think
like,
that's honestly, I'm taking it
what
back.
I did to this fan. It's like you're just a kid. You didn't
thank
do anything to them.
No, I'm taking it back. It's bullshit.
It's just a
And
part
I'm-
of you don't know if your kid's going to be troubled or not. It's like what you were saying when you were like, I really just needed when I was getting expelled. I just needed like I just needed a hug.
There's a lot of stuff I left out in that book because my family wouldn't talk to me if I would
Yes,
put it in,
yeah.
right? If I did tell the fucking whole
Yeah.
real story, you can't do that.
Yeah.
Dad's depressed,
Yeah.
you know, this and that, whatever. Like,
So
shit.
a lot was going on and it wasn't your fault.
Of course
and,
not. You don't just turn to doing crystal
Right.
meth at age 14 because things are great.
And also your siblings when you're like, oh, I feel so bad when I put them. It's like they
Well,
learned so many.
I did feel bad about
but
that.
they also like learned a
yeah.
lot of like. They learned stuff too. They learned what not to do.
They learned-
And by the
no,
way,
they learned
your
how to
family's
do drugs
so
for me.
hot,
Thank
by
you.
the way,
Yeah, they're hot.
Your siblings are so good looking. It's
they're
crazy.
really they're really good
I
looking.
had seen your sister. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And then you introduced the brother. I was like, this is the craziest thing I've ever
they're
seen.
really hot.
This is a hot family.
Yeah, they're super hot. We're
Bunny,
all really
listen,
crazy.
you made some good looking kids and you got to be nice to them. They're pretty. And it is hot in the lights.
It's a
Cute.
little.
It's a little, you don't have
toasty.
hyperhidrosis, which is surprising.
What, like sweat? I don't
Yeah,
sweat
I sweat a lot, but I just felt like with your like childhood, you would be in like fight or flight and your armpits would be sweating.
I know
time.
I actually always am in fight or
Yeah,
flight.
me too.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Always.
What
It's
the
weird when you
hell?
realize it, you're like, oh, that's
It's so
going into
fucking
battle
nuts.
all the time,
It's
but I'm
like-
doing everything I can.
Yeah, same. This is crazy. We really do need to
Yeah,
talk about
we're
this
gonna-
because the fight or flight stuff is crazy. But I got a treatment done where I don't sweat that much.
Oh, but did you sweat before?
I
Not that
guess,
much?
but not like a
Oh my God,
lot.
this is
I'm not a.
greedy. She just got a treatment.
I'm not a big sweater.
I'm a schwitzer.
I'm not a schwitzer.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm speaking your language. I'm
You
speaking
are.
Judaism.
You're about to convert,
I
girl. Oh my
know.
God.
I'm already a little bit. I'm just not.
Oh wait,
have to
I
make my-
forgot that you're already
I'm
Jewish.
a little bit Quaker too. But we'll talk about that on your podcast.
Yes, when you come on my
Yeah,
pod.
I'm gonna come to New York soon.
Because you are coming on my
Yes,
podcast.
yes.
Okay, good.
No, I was like, I literally manifested that. I was like, I saw you at a podcast and I was like, I would be so honored if she asked me to do a podcast. And then you DM'd me to do it. And I was like, I had just been thinking about it.
You
I was
manifested that. We're telepathically
like,
connected,
I
me and
know.
you.
All right, guys. Read Leah McSweeney's book, The Chaos Theory, correct?
Yes.
It's so good. I love it. I like it more
Thank
than
you.
she likes it.
You do.
It's so good. It's missing some, but part 2 will have all of those in it. And do you want people to watch your seasons or no?
No, I'm not promoting that.
Don't
But
watch her
You can
seasons.
follow me on Instagram at Leah Mob. You can
Married to the Mob? Website?
you can go buy stuff on Married to the Mob, mttmnyc.com. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, The Leah McSweeney Show. All my podcasts are up there. That's it.
She's the best. We love you. Women, we love you. Don't get mad at us. Okay, bye. Really do. We love each other.
It's the meat and potatoes.
Welcome to AnnieWood. This is the land of the Stannies, Annies, and Fannies, and all of the Seeker nannies. Yeah, welcome to AnnieWood. This is the land of the Stannies, Annies, and Fannies, and all of the Seeker nannies. I'm gonna ayahuasca. I'm about to prosper. Blingy on my drinky, and Randy is living proper. Protector of the sick, she never let her fishes die. Never known to tell a lie, she even fixed Todd's eyes. Shout out to the slugs, shout out Woody's too. Shout out Esther and Kalila and the AnnieWood crew. Cause this is AnnieWood, you know that this is how I'm living. Real and never pretending shit, you know that it's a gift. Welcome to AnnieWood. This is the land of the Stannies, Annies, and Fannies, and all of the Seeker nannies.